You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's Tuesday, March the 3rd. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather warming up. The warmest week so far this year. Just about everybody will see highs over 80 over the latter half of the week. When does rain return? What about severe storms? A lot of questions. So let's see if we can dig up some answers. Let's begin with the upper air look early this morning. This is the flow pattern across the country, about 18,000 feet off the ground. We have a trough coming into the Rockies. And again, we have a weak west to northwest flow aloft here and a ridge over the Gulf, and that ridge will be the story here for the next several days. Radar check early this morning. Things are quiet. That's the composite across the southeastern states. Temperatures to start the day are in the 50s and low 60s. The cool spot's Gadsden. They've got 49, but a big warm-up today. Many spots will touch 80 with upper 70s elsewhere. Here's a look at the watch warning map around the nation early this morning. Winter weather advisories for parts of Pennsylvania and some of the adjacent states up into New England. Otherwise, things are quiet. In terms of severe weather today, we have a marginal risk of severe storms. That's level 1 out of level 5 from North Oklahoma into central Missouri, well to the north and west of here. Tomorrow, a level 2 out of 5 risk, including Dallas-Fort Worth and Fort Smith, Arkansas. A level 1 risk from Waco, Texas, up to near Cincinnati. Day 3, which is Thursday. A level 2 out of 5 risk for parts of West Texas and West Oklahoma. A level 1 up to parts of Nebraska and Iowa. And on day 4, which is Friday, look at here, got an enhanced risk defined for parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri, kind of a zone from the Red River up to Kansas City. The broader risk running from central Texas to near Chicago, Milwaukee, and Madison, Wisconsin. And again, all of this well to the west of Alabama. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. This is valid through Tuesday morning of next week. And a big gradient here. You go from Muscle Shoals with 1.5 inches to Gulf Shores with nothing. And again, we'll see a few isolated showers this weekend. But next week, the pattern becomes more active. There's evidence that it might be a little beyond this period before we see a really good push of a cold front in here. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday of next week, as you'll see. So let's go through the models. Model fans, European. OZ run, 3 o'clock today. Got that ridge over the Gulf. That's the big story here. Shortwave trough out in the Rockies, but again, basically warm and dry. Highs in the 70s and low 80s today. Partly to mostly sunny. Tomorrow, 80s are likely for much of the state. Maybe the Tennessee Valley could be touching 80. Let's go to Thursday. Again, there could be a few little spotty showers perhaps over South Alabama, but I think we'll leave the forecast dry. Highs in the 80s. This is Friday. And again, moisture increases. There could be a few isolated showers about. The chance of any one spot getting a shower, 20% maybe for the southern counties. Again, highs in the 80s. What about the weekend, you ask? All right, weekend warriors, this is Saturday. And again, we've got an organized batch of rain and storms along a front west of the state from near Tyler, Texas, Shreveport, Louisiana, to Memphis up toward Cincinnati. But the ridge holds. I think a decent chunk of the day, Saturday dry, but there could be a few isolated showers. And then Sunday, the front kind of fizzles out. It stalls out and dissipates north of the state. And again, spotty showers Sunday. Don't think it's anything too widespread or heavy. Some sun, highs upper 70s and low 80s. And then Monday, with that front stalled out nearby, we'll have a chance of showers, maybe some thunder. There's not much dynamic support. Don't think we have any severe storms on Monday. And then a week from today, this is Tuesday, the 10th of March, got a big trough in the western states. Still, we got a ridge here, and so, again, there could be an isolated shower, but probably not many. But let's go to Thursday of next week, and this is when, again, a dynamic trough comes into play. And this is when an organized batch of rain and storms comes in here. This is Thursday morning of next week. And obviously with a look like that in mid-March, you have to figure there might be some risk of strong to severe storms. But this is 10 days out. It's basically too early to know the specifics here, just something to watch. So here's a look at rain for the next 15 days coming off the European ensemble. This is through the 18th of March. The green line is what you're looking for. The mean there, it's between 2 and 3 inches. Temperatures, indeed, we are warming up. Look at all the 80s on that chart. In fact, we'll see highs around 80 right out through the middle of next week. And then once that front gets through, highs back around 70 and lows in the 40s toward the end of next week, but still no evidence of any freeze. But remember, it is too early to plant anything that would be harmed by a freeze. I say the same thing every year. Wait until April 15th if you really want to be safe. So here's the latest long-range guidance. This is March 10th through March 16th. And again, it's starting to look a little different. Still above average here, but notice the below-average temperatures over Minnesota and the Dakotas. And again, some of that colder air will likely filter in here toward the end of next week. Ooh, look what's happening right now. So we are live at 4:43 this morning, a little early today. I've got a fairly long road trip with the school program, but this is from David Graves, who is, like many others, taking pictures early this morning. And this is the lunar eclipse that is underway. And the totality will come a little later this morning, between 5 and 6 o'clock. And again, that is just too cool. Got a clear sky, looks good. And again, I'll be getting a whole pile of these photographs. But again, a lunar eclipse, and of course, the nice thing about a lunar eclipse, you don't need any kind of special equipment. You can just go look at it, get your camera, your telescope, and enjoy the show. This was the moon last night, well before the eclipse started. I have a funny feeling that photograph was taken in Greensboro. I don't know. What about you? But again, I think that might be over the Gulf Coast. But very delightful day yesterday. So again, get out there and enjoy it. So real quick, going to be in Dothan this morning, Rehoboth Elementary School in Houston County. Then I'll be stopping by Enterprise State Community College. Tomorrow, Rocky Ridge Elementary in Hoover. And then it's Weather Wednesday, first Wednesday of the month. I'll be at Children's of Alabama. I do a program there the first Wednesday of the month, every month, for patients and families. If you happen to be there, come see us. That'll start at 10 o'clock. Thursday, going to be in Winston County at Haleyville Elementary School. And then a program at Mountain Brook Elementary School. Friday, going to be in Calhoun County at Oxford Elementary School. And then Saturday, I'll be doing a chili cook-off. I'm a judge. I can be tough for the Exceptional Foundation, which is a great ministry. I'll be on ABC 3340 News this evening at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock. And hey, don't forget, you can catch my forecast every day on great radio stations around the state, including Birmingham Classic Rock 106.9. Thanks for watching. Have a terrific Tuesday, and God bless.